welcome back to the Back in Time podcast, back in your life with a special episode. We're dropping this out of nowhere and we're one man down, but that's all right because we're talking all things D23 Expo from 2022. Lots of news, Jeff, flying out of this Disney Expo. How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing very well. Wait, who are you missing?
Jay...
Oh, the guy with the guy
oh,
with
yeah.
the guy with the beard.
The beard, yeah.
Yeah. I forgot his name. Wait, you'll have to rerun that intro again, to so I can remember his name.
Yeah, we may have to just edit him out. We'll see. He doesn't listen to the episode, so we can talk as much trash as we want. He'll have no idea.
Nice.
Yeah, great. So, yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this episode because I don't know about you. I guess we haven't talked about this. Where do you land on Disney? Are you a big Disney fan as far as like movies, theme park? Like, how are you with Disney?
Yeah. I mean, first off, I have Disney Plus, so let me just start right there. I grew up in Florida, so I've been to Disney World a numerous number of times. I've been out to Disneyland once. When I was married we went out for our 5-year anniversary. And it was, it was fun. It was just everything you kind of had at Disney World, but just smaller and condensed.
Right.
So, yeah, no, I'm a big Disney fan. I mean, favorite, Disney movie, I'm going to go with, the classic boys, Peter Pan. Favorite character, Goofy. I mean, it's just one of those things.
Goofy, yeah, Goofy's not bad. I'm more of a classic Mickey Mouse guy myself, but that's because I've got two small kids. They love Mickey Mouse, so to keep them entertained, I'd bust out the voice from time to time and just hi there, pal. How are you, pal? Oh yeah. Boy. And they tend to love that, but yeah, I'm excited because we're like a Disney family. I'll be honest. We've gone. I think my he's 9 years old. I think he's been more times to Disney in the first 9 years than I had been up until I was like 30 something. Like he's already gone like 5 times.
Yeah, I think both my kids have gone with their mom, which is fine. I mean, I'm happy they got to experience it, and hopefully one day I'll be able to take them. And they love Disney as well. I mean, me and my son watch the Marvel and Star Wars stuff, and my daughter likes the princess stuff. And
yeah,
I've watched a couple princess movies with her. The one where the princess kids or the princess daughter's kids are at some camp or something like that. Descendants, I think it's called, or something like that.
Sounds right.
Yeah. So I can't be 100% sure. But I know they're remaking another live action movie. I heard the Little Mermaid, which has a lot of people uproar, or and to this I just say, get over it.
Get over it. Yeah.
I mean, who cares? Everyone complained their heinies off when Miles Morales, all of a sudden appeared and he was a black Spider-Man. Oh my God, what are we going to do? You know what? Into the Spider-Verse, that's a hell of a great darn movie.
Yeah.
And they're making a second one.
That's very true. Very true.
So to all those people that are complaining that, oh my God, she doesn't hold a candle to the original Ariel. Well, times change, people change. Get over it.
I agree.
I'm gonna get off my soapbox now.
Well, let's dive into some of the news, man. I mean, there's so many like juicy details coming out of this expo. I mean, it's going to be really tough to cover everything from all the TV shows, the films, and I mean, Marvel Studios, Lucas, Pixar, 20th Century. Like, there's just big release after big release being named. But I want to start with probably the one I might be most excited about. We didn't get a trailer. We got a image.
Okay.
And then I found a even better image on Instagram that got me even excited. So I'm going to share my screen here.
All right.
And I'm going to show you something here, Jeff. I think this will get you excited. So here we go. The reunion of Indiana Jones in Short Round.
Yes.
Ki Hugh Kwan, who, by the way, if you guys are listening to this and you have not watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, Ki Hugh Kwan should, and I hope will, be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He was freaking awesome. And, he hadn't been on screen in close to 2 decades, and that man stole every single scene that he was in. It was awesome.
It was an interesting movie. I'll give it that much. I generally like those type of movies.
Yeah.
But it really wasn't my cup of tea. I was generally really just kind of almost disappointed with that one a little bit.
Interesting.
The hype was there, and I saw it, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But you know what? And I think the best part was when fans were clamoring over the fact how emotional Harrison Ford was getting over the new Indiana Jones versus the Star Wars saga, and it was kind of like almost night and day. And I think it almost kind of just goes to show like how much he cared about Indiana Jones and how much he really cared about Han Solo.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Have you ever seen a picture of Harrison Ford with a bigger smile on his face?
No, I haven't.
I have never seen that. And
I didn't think the guy had a happy face to begin with. And then crying on top of it was just, so emotional. I mean, it was amazing.
Well, I listened to an interview with Key on he was on one of the big shows. I can't remember which specifically the show that I heard it on, but it was an interview, and he had talked about how him and Harrison Ford had this amazing connection on set, and Harrison Ford had actually taught him how to swim at the hotel pool between days. So it's really cool to see them reunited. I'm hoping that there is a role for Short Round in Indiana Jones, although it hasn't been mentioned yet. But this was mentioned. Ki Hugh Kwan to the multiverse. He has joined season 2 of Loki, and he's with the two. Wow. And it looks like he's gonna be a huge part of it because he's on screen here with the 2 main actors.
Yeah, that's quite impressive. I did not hear that. So yeah, me and my son really enjoyed Loki. I enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, the Rise of Ki.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I love it. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, that sounds exciting.
Yeah. So, let's just give it a, 1 out of 5. 5 being the highest excitement level on Indiana Jones 5 coming out of D23.
Ooh, with 4, and I just rewatched 4 because my son wanted to see all 4 of them, and he enjoyed the 4th one as his favorite one, followed by Temple of Doom, which I actually liked personally, the Last Crusade, but that's because it has a little Sean Connery action in there.
Oh, money, pussy. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it a 3.5.
Okay.
I don't want to go too excited, but I think they're gonna, I think they learned their lesson from the last one.
Okay.
So you're going to get Indiana Jones, but you're not going to get a crazy, out there
alien scene,
or it's just something a little bit, no high atomic bomb landing it, being blown away in a refrigerator scene, something crazy like that. I think, again, it was 20 years of gags they had to catch up on, and it just went overboard a little bit with some of the scenes.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna put my excitement level at a 4. I even did another quick Google search here just to see, has it been officially announced that he's returning as Short Round? It has not, but there's tons of rumors that he may be.
Yeah, I mean, well, if they can hide Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, I think they can hide a little Short Round cameo in this.
Yeah, and I don't want it to be a cameo though. I want, if anybody ever deserved to take over as the new Indiana Jones, give it to Ki Hugh Kwan. mean, the guy got banished. He got banished from Hollywood for 20 years because basically of his skin.
Yeah,
No roles, couldn't get booked for anything. He had to watch all his peers get 4 or 5 auditions a week while he sat there and got 1 or 2 a year. His words, not mine.
sure.
And he eventually was just like, I can't do this anymore, and went back to school, and then spent 20 years at conventions telling people, oh, I just didn't like the industry and it wasn't for me. Meanwhile, deep down inside was like, I want to do this more than anything.
Oh, wow,
And
that's
then
really interesting. Well, I
Crazy
mean,
Rich Asians blew up, and that's what brought him back, actually.
yeah, and that was a great movie. I
Yeah.
really enjoyed that one. You know, and I know I'm going to mispronounce her name, but Queefna or Aquafina.
Oh, yeah, Aquafina.
Oh, it is
Yep.
Aquafina. Okay, good.
Hmm.
Um, and she's hilarious. It's just a little, I think, probably just too much Aquafina too fast. But that's what they do when they find someone that's funny. They just shove them down your throat. I mean,
Right.
she was great, and you know, she was great in Shang Li. Was great in Crazy Rich Asians. Was a surprise in the Jumanji movie, but
Yeah,
still was
I agree.
funny.
Yeah.
Um, but it was just kind of like, oh, well, she's funny. Let's throw her in there for some comedic laughs, and it'll check that box for to show that we care about all races.
I agree. Well,
I mean, that's
let's
what it
keep,
kind of seems like. Yeah,
yeah. Well, let's keep moving along because we got so much to get to.
of course.
The second one, we're not going to play the trailer for this one. I'm a little marveled out at the moment, although
Yeah.
I'm really excited about Loki. A new trailer pops out: Secret Invasion, the return of Nick Fury returning to Earth in Marvel Studios' Secret Invasion. It's a Disney Plus crossover series that will follow Fury as he battles a group of shape-shifting Skrulls secretly operating on Earth. So, what do you think about the news of Nick Fury a series?
I'm excited about it because I love. I mean, again, picture perfect casting as Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Granted, yes, David Hasselhoff did play Nick Fury once in a really bad Captain America movie. I think it was.
We don't talk about that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I love because they pick up those finer details. They show how he, I guess one way he lost his eye in the Marvel universe. They showed, oh, he really was on Earth for Homecoming. You know,
Mhm.
oh, hey, look, he was up in space. What other Marvel unknown Marvel characters are they going to bring into this one? And especially with the scrolls too, it's interesting because I think if anything, you can look at the scrolls as a different, you know, I mean, obviously a different race, but I mean, maybe a little, racial byline type thing, as
Mhm.
far as not being given, their fair share of of, you know, of life, I guess.
Sure.
And then being pinned and overran by a culture and now being kind of forced to like stand up and raise their voices, not to get again too political, but dancing around that fine line as a suburban white guy. But
Sure. What? So excitement level. Where are we at?
oh, that one's definitely a 4.5 actually. Yeah.
Okay. I'm slightly below. I'm a 3.5 on this one, and it's
Okay.
only because I'm a little. I'm ready for a break on the Marvel. We've talked about it a lot on here, but
Sure.
there's tons of Marvel news coming out of here. The second part of that is Captain America: New World Order. The
Yep.
announcement came out. Sam Wilson is back, leading a fourth Captain America. Fans wondering who's going to be the adversary, and it was revealed that it will be Tim Blake Nelson, who would return to play the film's villain, Samuel Stern, aka the Leader.
Yes, I
So
did see that. Yep.
we last saw him in Incredible Hulk, and yeah, this sounds like, I don't have the news here if it's a movie or series,
I
but
think it's a movie.
yeah, it sounds like a movie because it's not being build here as a series. So, where are you at as far as a Captain America New World Order with Tim Blake Nelson?
I would rather prefer it to be a series than a movie.
Sure.
That's probably all I can say about that. Again, kind of marveled out because along with this one, well, I'll just put this one at like a 3.
Yeah, I'm probably a 1 on this one. I really don't have much interest in a Captain America movie. I I like Tim Blake Nelson a lot. That would do a little bit for me, but not much.
Yeah, yeah, he was
Um,
in the Coen Brothers movie, right?
yep,
I
yep.
can't think of the name of it. With George Clooney and John
Oh my
Turturro.
gosh. Oh yes. Oh man. Quick search.
All right, quick search. Yeah.
George Clooney.
Oh, um, the song from it was awesome. Soundtrack was good. I don't know. It's just one of those brain
Oh
farts.
brother, where
Oh,
art
we're out
thou?
though. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. That's every time I see him, I just think of him in that goofy role,
Yep.
which he was great in. But yeah, I mean, again, yeah, we'll move on from there.
Okay. And then let's get to one more Marvel, and then we'll move on from Marvel completely. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So
Yeah.
the footage hasn't been released, but they did present a trailer for Scott Lang's third film in the MCU at D23. And according to Collider, the trailer shows Scott's daughter Cassie now working with Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne on their experiments with the quantum realm. So I love Paul Rudd. I actually am a huge fan of the Ant-Man movies. I've enjoyed all of them so far.
Yeah.
So I would put my excitement level probably at about a 4 on this one. And knowing that it's not getting released anytime soon, I do have a little bit of a break. And doesn't sound like it's coming like this year, probably late next year, early 2024. So
Yeah, which is
there we
fine
go.
because we'll be kind of long into the Kang dynasty and that whole thing. Um, and I wasn't sure if you were also going to mention the two other ones, which is the Thunderbolts.
Mm-hmm.
A little disappointed with that because I did not see the Abomination in that one. They just did this whole thing with She-Hulk where
Right?
they had him released and nothing, unless again he's going to be a surprise, uncast unknown. But again, why do that if you just went through the whole process of releasing him? And
Exactly.
again, I mean, it's almost like they're setting themselves up for failure, just like they did with the Suicide Squad, the first one, not the second one,
Mm-hmm.
because that's what this essentially is the Thunderbolts. This is Marvel's Suicide Squad, for those
Right.
who don't know out there. And then I thought also the best part was all they did with the Fantastic Four was name a director, and that's
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
But again, I mean,
Not a
they've
lot
had
of
so many
news.
attempts. They've had so many attempts at this movie. I actually didn't mind the Miles or the was it not Miles Davis, but more
Miles Teller.
yeah, Miles Teller. I didn't
Yeah.
mind that Fantastic Four. A lot of people poo-pooed that one. I actually thought it was a lot better than at
Mm-hmm.
least the second Fantastic Four movie with Chris Evans and Jessica Alba and all that, that whole crew. But and also I also watched Morpheus last night, and again, not that bad. Certainly,
I'm gonna check that out. It's out on
certainly
Netflix,
not
right?
worth. Yeah, and that's where I saw it. Certainly not worth 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, it wasn't anything spectacular, but I mean, you got Matt Smith, a little Doctor Who action in there,
Mm-hmm.
and he's great in House of Dragon.
Well, I can't disagree with any of that. Um, I will say this: as we get going along here, we're gonna start getting into some trailers and stuff like that. Um, but I think if they play their cards right, Loki could be really cool. I think Fantastic Four, assuming that what's his name, John
John
Krasinski is
Krasinski, yeah,
still
and
involved. I think
yeah,
he's become a pretty good director in his own right. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
think he's going to be part of like a crappy movie.
Not especially if
so-
it's the schedule for 2 or 3 years from now.
Yeah, it's 2024, I believe, and that's probably
You
going
know,
to get pushed back. So
and who knows how many more A Quiet Places they're going to film in between then and now.
right, exactly.
I mean, if they do as well as they can, I mean, and actually, I did enjoy them. I heard a lot of hype around them and thought, okay, is it really that good? Yeah, it's really that good.
Yeah.
And the second one's just as good too. So
Well, let's get to our first trailer reaction here.
sure.
And I'll start us off by saying, this is a movie I'm pretty excited about. The
Okay.
Santa Clauses, not movie but series. Kris Kringle, Ready the Jingle. I like that, and I think he looks even better now. I don't know. So let's check out the trailer. I know you've got access to that, and we'll watch this. I think this one's about a minute long here.
Minute 24 to be exact.
Okay, cool. So let me know when you're ready on your end, and I'll pop the video up in here. Now, real quick, just to kind of give a quick little synopsis of what this series is about. Scott Calvin is about to turn 65, as we know, retirement age. And he's realizing he cannot be Santa forever. So he's going to set out to find a suitable replacement Santa while preparing his family for a new adventure in life south of the pole. We've got confirmed cast of Tim Allen back as Santa Claus, Elizabeth Mitchell back as Carol Calvin, and then we have Cal Penn is the other big name that's attached to this.
Oh, okay.
And a special little return, which we'll save for the end of the trailer.
All
So
right.
you ready on your end?
I'm ready on my side.
Let's do it. Here we go.
Okay.
Attention, everyone. Santa has an announcement to make.
For the good of Christmas.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We got lag. I want to hit pause and just let it load for a second.
Yeah, here.
But first, while we're doing that, kind of first look at the North Pole. I think it looks pretty cool.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking back to like, Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus 3, where I thought it was a little bit more like cartoonish. This doesn't look as cartoony to me
Okay.
as those. Maybe more of a serious take, which I'm excited about.
All right. Let's try it again.
Okay.
Attention, everyone. Santa has an announcement to make.
Uh-oh.
For the good.
Too much lag.
I guess there's too much lag. I mean, these are downloaded, so maybe just streaming between a stream and a stream. But let's try it again.
Of Christmas. For the good of my family. I, Santa Claus, have decided to retire.
Oh, man.
We have a grease gun.
Okay. Well, that's not working.
Yeah. We'll have to try that some other time.
Yeah, let me see if I can do it on my end. Maybe we'll get away with it. I know a lot of times YouTube will shut it down because it's not a share screen. It's actually a downloaded video. We'll see.
Attention, everyone. Santa has an announcement to make.
For the good of Christmas. For the good of my family. I, Santa Claus, have decided to retire. We have a grease concert, right? You're interviewing to become Santa Claus.
Yes. Can't wait to rub this in Brady's face.
Give us your best ho, ho, ho.
Oh, okay.
I love that part, by the way.
Ho, ho, Omaha! Omaha!
That's good.
There.
Anyhow,
That's good.
Thanks so much.
I sing, by the way.
Home all.
No, Brady could sing.
That's me.
Yes, Bernard.
Bernard, yeah, I was curious about that.
Okay,
That
so
was
there we
good.
go. Bernard is back. We get a little Peyton Manning here rubbing it in Tom Brady's face. I think that popped both of us pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so probably a 10 episode, 30-minute each. So we're looking at
more like
almost
22 minutes, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so we're looking at, basically like 3 full movies worth of
Yeah.
content.
And
I'm
again,
excited. I wasn't as excited when it first came out and I heard it was a series and I was like, oh man, they did
Yeah.
Tim Allen like that. But now I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, I like this.
Yeah, I do like the series part more than the movie part. And
Mm-hmm.
the fact that Disney Plus does, drop them once a week. So again, you don't binge and watch them all the way through right away.
Right.
So yeah, I definitely like that part a lot. Yeah, it was nice to see Bernard in there. And of course Tim Allen. So it'll be interesting to see, what other stars they have, because I'm sure, it wasn't just Peyton Manning in there interviewing for the job. We'll have to see what other cameos they have for it.
Yeah, very interesting. Now, excitement level 1 to 5. We did not see Cal Penn, and he's been talked about quite a bit with this particular project. That's interesting.
Cal Penn, back in acting again. I mean, I know he took a break and was doing the Washington thing, and good for him. But it's I think it just comes down to money, as much of life does these days, especially with movies.
Mhm.
I mean, I know I just gave him all the Marvel stuff a 3, but I'll get a little bit more excited for this one. How about a 4?
Okay. I am also you know what? I'm gonna go 4.5. I'm not all the way 5. Yeah, I think if I would have got a little Charlie action in here, that might have pushed me over the edge.
Yeah.
I am hopeful that he is in some way in the show, and I think he will be.
I'm sure, yeah.
Unless he's just completely moved on and was just like, I have no interest. I don't care how many dollars you throw at me. I'm not coming back. I doubt it, though. He did all 3 movies.
Well, exactly, right.
And Judge Reinhold, like, can we get a little Judge back too?
Yeah, right. I was kind of except trying to expect them as well. Yeah.
I need him and his sweater back, and I'll be happy. Okay, so very exciting. I think we're both kind of pumped about that one. I know we talked about Little Mermaid. Now, you know what? I have the trailer right here. Let me see if I can. We might be able to watch this on here.
All right, let's go ahead.
So let's give it a go. See what happens. Now it'll be a little smaller. I might have to expand the screen, but let me share this. So you touched on this real briefly, but the news coming out of D23 is we got our first glimpse, and it's like the very last second they show. I think it's Halle Bailey. Which
I know,
way too similar to Halle Berry.
Yeah,
But,
I know. I saw that. I was like, is that a typo?
Yeah, but I mean, if that's her singing part of your world, and I'm pretty sure it is. Holy crap, that girl can sing.
Exactly.
So let's take a look at the trailer. And I kind of grew up on the animated version of the film. Saw it
my God,
quite a
my
bit.
sister loved the movie and wore out the videotape of it. I mean, she so. Yeah, I know it was very popular.
Yeah, so let's take a look here and see what we can do with this trailer. Oh, this works pretty good.
Yeah, all right. Hey, wow.
Yeah, the images look awesome, right?
Oh, they do, yeah.
Nice.
wish I could be part of that world.
Okay, there we
Yeah.
go. Coming pretty soon, Jeff. We're looking at May 23 release. First look at Ariel. First look at Flounder. I was pretty blown away, to be honest. So
Yeah,
I thought
I mean,
it looked
just-
pretty cool.
Yeah, the underwater scenes, and I like the fact that they have no bubbles. When
Yeah,
they're talking or breathing or singing for that matter. But that's kind of nice. Yeah, like I said, it's nice to see that Disney's just saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna take all of our old classic cartoons and make them into real life. Says
sure.
I didn't even watch Pinocchio, but Pinocchio got slammed
It's
online.
been slammed real bad.
So, and that's with Tom Hanks. I mean, how can you go wrong with Tom Hanks and Jiminy Cricket?
Not to mention, but I mean, not only Tom Hanks, but you're talking about, him reuniting with Zemeckis, and those guys have done nothing but amazing movies. And I was like, wow, I wonder why this went straight to the Disney Plus instead of theaters.
Well,
That
I think
seems
it was.
weird.
I think it was probably kind of caught in between that whole, COVID thing when it was probably ready to release and not release, and then I think also because they were able to have a big Disney movie release at the same time with D23. I think that's probably why they kind of held off on it as well, because they also released Loki, Love and Thunder, or not Loki, but Thor, Love and Thunder as well, and Multiverse of Madness. So they've been just kind of going. Let's release this, and we can show that we care about our subscribers at Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
And even these Simpsons shorts, which are kind of interesting, but I mean, I can only imagine how long it takes to animate a minute and a half of Simpsons and voiceovers and stuff like that for these shorts. But yeah,
Well, I mean, obviously, Miss Halle Bailey has big shoes to fill. Jodie Benson was pretty phenomenal in the animated version of Little Mermaid from 1989 with her singing. Pat Carroll's awesome as Ursula. I believe we even have a little Buddy Hackett in there. So I mean, they've got really big shoes to fill, but I think it's doable if it's as good as the trailer looks.
Yeah. And even whoever, because actually speaking of The Simpsons, there's a new short out there where Lisa becomes a evil princess, I guess, or and Ursula's in the voice actors who did that sounded pretty close to the original Pat Carroll. So but it'll be interesting to see. I'm also kind of curious to see whether or not if Sebastian's going to have a Jamaican accent.
We'll see this time around.
I'm going to lean towards no.
Yeah, I'm also leaning toward no on that one. Okay, let's talk about. Actually, let's rate it. So, Little Mermaid. Where are we at on that? one?
I mean, you know what? I'm actually going to go probably pretty high on. I'm actually going to go with a 4 because I know I'm going to take my daughter to it. So yeah.
Yeah, my wife and my daughter are definitely going to want to see it. I'll go 4 as well, just because I think it looks cool and I like the potential of it. So March of 23, I'll be in the theaters. We'll be checking it out.
And coincidentally, she was born in March. She's a pie baby, March 14th.
There you go.
So yeah.
Well, speaking of animated movies, next up is a Pixar classic, really, Inside Out 2.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, June of 24. Amy Poehler was there to kind of announce it and let them know she'll be reprising her role as Joy in the sequel. And yeah, I mean, I think this one's kind of fresh. I don't know that they've done a whole lot with it yet. But it's been several years since Inside Out, the original, came out. How are you feeling about, excitement level on Inside Out 2?
I mean, again, I'm a little bit worried because it was, it's been a little long since the first one, but
7
I
years.
really enjoyed. 7 years. Okay, wow. I would have gone almost 10 thinking that. But you know what, though? I'm actually kind of happy as well because, here you have this original idea
Mm-hmm.
by Disney, you know, uh, fantastic cast. Love the whole emotions because everyone can, feel happy and sad and scared. And I mean, from, Bill Hader to I don't know Phyllis from The Office was
Yep.
was
I love
Joy,
that.
and then the comic
Oh,
was Hate.
Bobby or not Bobby Monahan. He is in this, but you're
Yeah,
talking about oh my gosh, Lewis Black.
Louis Black. Yes, yes. Oh, and the only sad part is they can't bring back Bing Bong because Richard Richard whatever his name is great as Bing Bong,
Yeah.
and just the character itself. And that was probably the more highlights of the movie that I enjoyed.
Yeah. So I gotta imagine, yeah, we'll see the return of Bill Hader and Lewis Black and Minnie
Yeah,
Kaling
Bill
and
Hader was
Phyllis
good too.
Smith.
Yeah,
I'm assuming they're all back for the sequel. So pretty cool. I would give that probably a 3.5 excitement level for me.
yeah, I'm gonna go with 4.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, next up, it's almost Halloween season. I feel like this is a pretty good transition here. Disney finally put out a longer trailer and a much better look at the Sanderson Sisters.
Okay.
So this one's going to be a Disney Plus exclusive release. It's actually coming out fairly soon. I'll get the actual date, but why don't we go ahead and we'll watch the trailer here and we can kind of talk through it and react to it as we go. So I'm going to pull it up on my end because that seemed to work pretty good last time.
Yeah.
And let's do it. So full screen, Hocus Pocus 2 official trailer. Boom.
I banish thee from Salem forever.
They were right to fear thee. Magic has a way of uniting. Happy 16th birthday, child.
I have a gift for my favorite customers.
37 years later. Wow.
Legend has it,
Wow.
it's on the
Binks is-
16th birthday
Binks
that
is
a witch
back.
gets her powers.
Lock up your children! Yes, Salem, we're back!
Gilbert, where did you get that candle? We have to get out of here. The witches will be here any second. Ah! The book is alive.
He woke up?
If we intend to live past sunrise, we have to steal their souls.
Whoa, wait, can we talk about this?
Sisters still look great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been how many years? And they look awesome.
Not to freak out. The vengeful maniac obsessed with getting revenge on Salem. Sounds very bad for Salem.
We should get some salt. Why? So we taste better when they eat us? Spread out.
Here we go. September 30th.
That's not 6 feet under.
Yes.
Stop! I am a good zombie!
Okay. That's a great cameo at the end there. We get God, what was his name? Billy, right?
Yeah, Billy. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's actually him back in the role from the original. So
Yeah.
that part's pretty cool. You got Kathy, Jimmy back here as Mary Sanderson. You got Sarah Jessica Parker. You got Bette Midler. They're not going to get the original Binks back. I think he's been long out of the industry for a long time. I think they're replacing him. But overall, pretty cool. I thought it way better than the first trailer that I.
Oh yeah, that definitely looks at me. I wasn't really honestly too excited. I thought it was just a cash grab. But you know, I
feel like a cash grab anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It almost feels like the Santa Claus. Like, hey, I'd rather see this as a series versus a movie. And
Sure.
you know, it's not the fact that, you know, going out and seeing a movie. I mean, because I love doing that, but yeah, you know, Willow's another one that, you know, I'm not really that excited about Willow, to be honest. I love the original, but I saw the trailer and I wasn't that excited. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
that
gonna
one's
talk
gonna be.
about that a little bit. I mean, this looks pretty cool. Like when you look at the poster,
Yeah,
I
that's a
think the
good
poster
poster.
looks really cool. Wickedly Glorious Return. Again, originally when I heard about it, I thought, okay, it's going to be a cheesy like series or something, and
Right.
they're barely going to be in it. And it's just a cash grab. But then watching it, it's like, oh, they're a huge part of it,
Yeah.
and they're back, and this looks really cool. Way better than I thought it was going to be. So cool. I'm excited. I'm gonna give this the first 5. I'm a huge Hocus Pocus
Wow.
fan. I watch it every single Halloween.
Do you really?
In
Good for you.
fact, we last year we had a projector that we had that I had bought, and I got a big old screen and put it on the TV or the side of the house, and we projectored and watched it outside right
That's
around
neat.
Halloween time. So we'll probably do
That's
it again
neat.
this year.
You know, yeah. So I guess the quite real question is, um, a Nightmare Before Christmas, is that a Halloween or is that a Christmas movie?
I always think of it as a Christmas movie.
Or no, the Nightmare? I'm sorry, the Nightmare Before.
I know what
Christmas.
you're talking about. Yeah.
Right.
I always think of it as a Christmas movie, but
Okay.
I mean, you could probably go either way.
Yeah. No, I would go probably more on Christmas than Halloween.
Yeah.
But my daughter again likes that one, so yeah, we'll probably end up watching this one as well.
Okay. Now I was going to talk a little bit about Willow, but you kind of touched on it there.
Yeah.
You know, I guess I was never like the biggest Willow fan, but I did watch the trailer and I thought, you know, this looks pretty cool. If you like Willow, I don't see anything wrong with it.
But I like Willow, but I wasn't asking for this. But I know. I know. Disney didn't really call me up person and say, "Hey, Jeff, what do you think? Should we make him another Willow?" No, that's all right. You covered it all. But again, this seems like I think the reason why they did this because of the Lord of the Rings. You got the House of Dragons, so medieval magic stuff kind of coming back into, you know, fruition again, and I think that's probably why they, you know, ended up going down this road.
Yeah,
because I'm sure if anything they were thinking sequel immediately after the first one.
Right.
So
yeah, have to agree there. Now let's move along to a little Star Wars news. So the audience were treated to a second trailer for the Cassian Andor spin-off series set 5 years for Rogue One, a Star Wars story. And based on what the is presented in the video here, Andor.
Andor.
No,
I didn't look it up. Yes, Andor. Yeah. Yes, different than Endor. Different than the battle that was in. Because I personally thought, oh, cool, they're making the battle just, you know, where the Ewoks are.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is Andor based on that guy's name.
Yeah, so we're recording this on Tuesday the 13th. We are 7 days away from the series debut of this show. It's coming quick.
Looks good.
I have not watched the trailer. Let's watch it right now.
Oh,
and,
okay.
I can give you my excitement level once I see it for the first time. I do love Star Wars. I didn't hate Rogue One, so I don't think I'm going to poo-poo this at all. I think I'm going to be excited. So, okay, let's get it up here. I'm going to go full screen. Boom. And here we go. So.
Spies. Saboteurs. Assassins.
I do like that
We've all
little
done
jingle in the
terrible things on
background.
behalf of the rebellion.
Little Forrest Whitaker, too.
Yeah.
Cassian Andor. Don't matter what you tell me or tell yourself. You'll ultimately die fighting these bastards. Wouldn't you rather give it all at once to something real?
We've chosen a side. We're fighting against the dark.
There is an organized rebel effort. Drill down and get a hunt started.
You realize what you set in motion? People will suffer.
Time has come to force her hand.
So far, so good.
At what cost?
Yeah.
Everything! Every day we wait, they get stronger.
Let's take them by surprise.
For the greater good,
Call it what you will.
let's call it war.
People are standing up. They're afraid. Right now, they're afraid.
Star Wars Andor 3-episode premiere streaming September 21st.
3 episodes.
Wow.
Ooh,
Holy
that's
crap.
exciting.
And we got a voiceover guy. I haven't heard a
Yeah.
voiceover guy in a while.
No,
I like
yeah,
that too.
and as a voiceover, he certainly has a deep voice.
Andor, a 3-episode premiere. Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool.
Yes.
I'm excited about this one. I do like I forget his name. Stellen Skarsgard.
I had to look it up too. Yeah.
I know him best from his work in Entourage
I
as
was
the
gonna say
director
Thor.
that can't stand Vinny Chase.
Yeah.
That was like
I was
one of
gonna
my
say
favorite episodes.
he was in Thor
Yeah.
as Eric Selvig.
Well, he's been in a million things.
Well,
but
yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
such a big fan of Entourage. As soon as I saw him, all I could think of him going, you can't give me what I want! You're terrible!
Was he
And
the
just-
Aquaman director?
No, he was making a movie called it's like Fire Jumper or something like that.
Okay.
And Vinny was like the third lead in the movie. Like Ari had to like beg for him to be part of the project.
Oh.
And then he got there like not even as the lead, and they kept like cutting his lines, and like they would dangle him from suspend him for like
harnesses,
hours at
yeah.
a time, and he's like, give me more, I need more. And he's like, I'm giving you everything I got. He's just like, nothing was good enough, it was never gonna work. But yeah, I thought he was great in that. But I think this looks great. I'm actually really excited. I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. I am going to watch the premiere next week.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to go a full 5 on this one.
Yeah.
And probably will at least watch the first episode with my son, maybe the second one. Well, actually, they're only, like I said, they're only like really, and it's unfortunate because there's 22 minutes of action and then 8 minutes of credits. And all these,
That's
so you
true,
get excited
yeah.
when you see 30 minutes. You're like, all right, and then that's what they all end up being is just about 22 minutes and then 8 minutes of credits.
A nice
And
little
like
2-minute preview. Yeah.
every country, every yeah. I mean, it's interesting.
Okay. Well, let's move over to a lighter side of things. 15 years ago, there was a movie that graced cinema screens across the country called Enchanted. And they just released new footage of a sequel, which is going to come out in premiere on Disney Plus. And this is a film. It's not a series. And it's called Disenchanted. And we get the return of pretty much the entire cast from the original. And I don't know. Did you watch the original? I
did,
with
actually.
my wife
Yeah.
in theaters. Yeah.
Yeah. What year did it come out?
So 15 years ago would have been 2007.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Well, I mean, I was married at the time. I'm sure me and the wife saw it somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do remember what, only because Amy Adams is,
I do love Amy Adams, I gotta say.
Oh, and she can sing too.
She can do it all. She can do it all. Let's watch the trailer and
Okay.
see how excited we are about Disenchanted. Here we go.
I know that change can be scary, but it can also be exciting.
If I learned anything from meeting a princess on a billboard, is that sometimes you just have to take a leap.
Let's start our new life. Pretty soon this
whole place will feel like home, you'll see. It's all part of the adventure.
That's not an adventure, that's a landfill.
A land filled with adventure.
She's so optimistic.
Edward!
Robert! Congratulations!
Oh, it's what they call a fixer-upper.
Yes, once your peasants have dug out the moat and added a turret and a balcony from which you can sing. I see it now.
Okay. Melvina, Monroe. I would
Maya
have sold you this
Rudolph,
house.
okay.
I deal in slightly more upscale homes.
In Andalasia, the hardest part of life is finding your happily ever after. This world's very different.
If this world is not to your liking, then you must change it.
I wish. I wish.
Jumping jelly sticks. Wait, how am I talking?
I wish for a fairy tale life, and it's all gone terribly wrong. Or terribly right.
At the last stroke of 12, nothing will be as it was before.
Stepmother!
Oh, Giselle, what have you done? That's a wicked.
Wicked good.
Okay. Clearly not your favorite. You know,
I think it's just too many years. There's because again, that's not like a rewatchable movie such as Hocus Pocus is.
It's not. I don't think I've seen it since 2008.
I know I haven't watched it again. I mean, only I guess if we're gonna do a back in time episode, but that'd be a real stretch. Like 1.5, 2. Yeah.
I'll give this one a 2.5 because I know I'm gonna have to watch it, and my wife's gonna want to see this one.
Sure.
So I'll be sitting there. I don't think it looks terrible. I'm just not super jumping up and down about it. Wasn't my favorite thing that they put.
Well,
out.
I mean, I guess it's just the fact that they have they're going the Netflix route with series. Like, hey, we have the platform, we can, push it under here and make a series out of it. Or was this a movie? Actually, I couldn't tell.
This one's a movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, then this would have been great as a straight to DVD movie if it was like 3 or 4 years after.
Which
that's
essentially it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. That's what it's the new straight to DVD movie, straight to Disney Plus. So yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get to another franchise that's kind of returning out of nowhere. We saw the first look at a new Disney Plus series that is called National Treasure: Edge of History. It doesn't look like we're getting a return of Nicolas Cage. Which is sad. I think that would have made me a lot more excited. But we do get a return of Harvey Keitel's Peter Sadusky as he's a guide for the new group of treasure hunters, and this is going to hit on December 14th. So
of this year.
Yep. So about a month after the Santa Claus, we'll have another series. So if nothing else, Disney's giving us a lot of content. And if you remember from our top 5 Nicolas Cage films, I love treasure movies.
This was in your top 5. Yes, I know. I do remember that.
I love treasure movies. So let's take a watch at the trailer. And I have actually not seen this one yet. So
I haven't either. I kept myself away from it just for this live reaction.
Okay. Well, here we go. I'm going to pull it up and we're going to watch this. It's about 1:30, it looks like. So not a super long trailer.
Okay.
And, okay, here we go.
This holds a clue to a treasure of utmost importance. I thought about destroying it 1,000,000 times.
Look at these symbols.
In order to prevent it falling into the wrong hands.
The daughters of the plumed serpent were here.
So we're talking like an honest-to-God treasure map.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that necklace?
It was my dad's. He died when I was a baby.
What is it? That's the symbol on your necklace.
I know.
What if I told you everything you know about your dad is a lie?
Relic leads to an important treasure, and searching for it is dangerous.
I know it is.
This is cooler than any room on any episode of Cribs I've ever seen. Ben Franklin glasses? Oh my God.
I want that relic.
Everything I thought I knew about my dad, my whole family for that matter, is a crazy riddle that can only be solved by finding this treasure.
Trust no one.
What's your clue? I would love to help out.
Okay.
Well, Riley,
it seems like
cool action.
every one of these like Disney Plus shows has ended with like a cool little cameo at the end almost.
Yeah, and
And
that's
it's been
always
something-
that's
yeah.
always great with the trailer. That's like, we got you now. You have to go and see the 3-second scene with your precious Riley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, again, the good old college try, A for effort, because it seems like it's a little bit different than the first two. At least it's not involving the Declaration of Independence or
right.
Benjamin Franklin, Gates, no Nick Cage, no Diane Kruger, no Sean Bean. Well, Sean Bean.
I mean, if it goes
John
really
Voight.
well, I mean, the door's certainly open for a Nicolas Cage return.
Sure, I can see that. I mean, especially if he's like, packing up the car behind Riley or something like that.
Right.
He's Riley's assistant or something.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, it's a treasure movie. I like the originals. I'm in on this one. I'll give it a 3.5. I don't think it looks amazing, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna at least watch.
I'll still watch
first
it.
two.
I mean, I'll give it a 2 right now as far as the excitement level goes.
Yeah.
And I know that was the same one as the other one, but when these things come, at the end of the day, there's nothing else on. You might as well watch it because everyone's going to be talking around the virtual water cooler.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it's been 15 years, so they dug up National Treasure and Enchanted from the same year and put out sequels. So I guess they were just like, maybe we just go back to 2007. That was a good year.
That was a good year
What
for
do we
us.
got?
Yeah.
Who can we get? Helen Mirren said no way. Ed Harris said he's busy with Top Gun. John Voight laughed. Nicolas Cage wants $42 million to do it. So
how about the guy from The Hangover? Oh, he's available.
That's the funny thing. I had to look it up. I was like, has he taken a break from acting? Apparently he's been super busy, and I apologize to Justin Bartha that I haven't seen him in anything since Hangover 3, which has been 9 years. So
wow. Okay. So let's see here. What was the last Justin Bartha movie? The Accidental Wolf, Atlanta. Oh yeah, I did see him in Atlanta. I'm rewatching Atlanta, and that was I
didn't catch that. So
that was a interesting episode, to say the least.
Okay.
Where he was a guest star on that. But yeah, no, but all in all, pretty exciting stuff.
Okay. Well, let's move over to a little James Cameron. Apparently, the audience in attendance were treated to a 3D viewing private screening of some of the film scenes from the upcoming Avatar: The Way of Water. And they were showed footage of Sully and his family exploring the gorgeous waters of Pandora and facing off against some alien avatars and kind of teasing what will be another epic war. Now, when the original trailer came out, I was super excited. JD thought it looked like straight garbage. He thinks the story is crap. He's not excited. He didn't like the original. Where do you land on Avatar? And
2009 is a long time ago.
It's been a while.
However, I did see it in the theaters, and I did pay IMAX. I did pay 3D, and this one did not actually make me nauseous as some 3D movies do.
No.
I kind of a little bit of motion sickness, but it was just a beautiful spectacle up on the screen. It's certainly in my opinion not rewatchable.
Okay.
But I enjoyed it the first time, and that's probably about it. It's not his best. I know how much, and there's a series on Hulu called Future Man, and they have this whole backstory within it on James Cameron and Avatar and stuff like that. It's a very funny series. One of those shorter, not well known series on Hulu, and it has the guy from the Hunger Games. And it's Pizza or Peta or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
But anyways, so that's where I'm at with it. I mean, will I see it? Probably. I mean, just because of how beautiful the colors were and the grand scale of them in 3D IMAX. But yeah, I mean, I was expecting this at least 5 years ago.
Okay, so let's hear from James Cameron on why it's taken so long. Here's a couple quotes from him, because I was curious too. I was like, what the heck's going on? Why are we not getting Avatar? I'm losing interest. So Cameron, who's a noted perfectionist, has made no qualms about taking his time and waiting for technology to catch up to his vision. So he's been talking about wanting the film Avatar sequels since 2011 in a higher frame rate. And that's something that hasn't become available up until Peter Jackson made the Hobbit trilogy and kind of quickly disappeared after that. He also talked about the possibility of shooting the film in non-glasses form of 3D, but has said that the technology is just not there for it. But from what I've heard, and from what he said, this is going to be unlike anything you've ever seen in a theater. They literally invented cameras for this movie that did not exist.
It's not the first time that's been done, so that's kind of exciting. Whenever something is new done for a movie, you are just amazed by how that was filmed or edited or sound. And that's why those people win those kind of Oscars for those kind of scenes in those kind of movies. So, yeah, I get where he's coming from, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Avatar
5 is slated for 2028.
Well, that's what I mean, especially for the fact that they were promising, 5 right out of the gate way back in 2009.
Yeah.
When you were so excited for the first one, and it was a nice little dig that he lost to his ex-wife on Best Picture, which the Hurt Locker to Avatar, that's a toss-up.
Okay. Excitement level, Way of the Water. I keep saying the water. Way of Water, Avatar.
I don't know, 2.5. I mean, I'm not excited about it now because I'm sure there'll be something else that delays it.
Well, as of right now, it is set to finally hit theaters on the 16th of December. We're almost there.
What year? This year?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check.
Judges?
Way of Water.
2022.
December 16th, 2022. Expected.
All right. Well, I guess
it's coming.
Yeah. Well, if about time.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that is what she said. So if all things go according to plan, we should have our next Avatar movie. We'll see if that $250 million investment. Here's the thing. I don't bet against James Cameron. I just don't.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think he's the best filmmaker of his time. I'm not sure there's even a close second as far as what he's done. So, yeah. I mean, he's got two of the biggest movies ever in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
So, how can you argue with this guy? And then on top of it, Terminator, which was awesome.
Well, what two are you talking about?
1 and 2, of course. The two that he
Oh,
directed.
okay. Oh,
the other
okay.
ones, he was just like a producer, no name. He wasn't in charge of those. You can tell by the first frame that he wasn't in charge of those. It's like, oh, he would never put
you don't
this
put
out.
Aliens on that list?
Oh, Aliens is fantastic. I love Aliens.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I was just trying to figure out the
I'm
one
a big
and two
fan.
parts.
True Lies. Holy
True
crap.
Lies, yeah.
Yeah. Little Jamie Lee Curtis
I
action.
love the fact that he
Come on
gets asked that constantly, and
Yeah.
still, I mean, and again, how many? I'm actually surprised it hasn't happened yet. You know, as long as as Arnold Schwarzenegger's been out of politics now, and has been in I don't know how many expandable movies, but a couple other straight to DVD shouldn't have happened movies, but I can't really tell you the last good Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that came out after politics.
How dare you? Let me ask you this. Have you watched the trailer yet for the new Mighty Ducks?
Oh, are you kidding me? No, they're making another Mighty. Okay, let's go ahead.
Okay. So they had season 1 last year, Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
Oh, I didn't even know it was...
Season 2 is now coming out. Emilio Estevez is not returning for season 2. He had an issue with the COVID protocol. But season 1 had some moments, like they brought back some original cast. There's nice little tie-ins. Me and my son loved the series. I loved watching it with him.
I didn't even know. I thought you were going to announce the season for the first season. I didn't even know they had one.
So season 2 is going to premiere September 28th on Disney Plus. Josh Duhamel is in. Bombay is out, but the looks like most of the cast from season 1 is back, and that part I'm excited about. So let's take a look at the trailer here for this one. So
okay, well, hopefully it won't ruin the first season.
Oh shoot! Well,
that's okay.
Yeah,
I know the concept of the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah, if you've seen them one, you've seen them all. But yeah, let's. It's playing an ad first because I'm gonna play it on IMDb. So give me a sec here. Let me get through the ad. There we go. Here we go, and it's got Lauren Graham's in this from. She's been in a ton of things. Bad Santa. And
oh yeah.
She's a good actress too, so I like her. Here we go.
Okay. Welcome to Epic. All of you were invited here because you are the best of the best. What I want to know is, can you be better? Do you want to be a legend?
I see a trash can? Sir, you know where a trash can is?
I'm sorry, who are you?
We're the Mighty Ducks.
They're the Mighty Ducks.
Really doing this. We are gonna have so much fun. Go on out there and make some new friends.
There's one rule. Play hockey!
What kind of icebreaker is this?
This place is kind of crazy. The camp director, he's a little nuts.
Look, guys, we have not run from a fight. I say let's run and not fight.
These are performance bands. They track agility, muscle mass, and eye coordination.
I've never been to camp before. Was that normal?
This is not summer camp. This is Psycho.
This is how it ends.
You guys deserve to be here just as much as any of those kids. Ducks fly together.
We were standing We've come too far and worked too hard to stop now.
I'm in.
I'll stay. This is sports. We play to win.
Where'd you learn that?
The NHL.
These kids have something special. Some kind of magic. But sometimes you have to break the rules to get where you want to go. I just needed to let you know that I'm going to take you down.
I'm sorry, is that trash talk?
I think so.
Yeah, you're not very good at it.
I thought it was pretty solid.
And so would be, maybe.
It's been
been a day, Earl. It has been a day.
Streaming only on Disney Plus.
Now, was that the kid in the last? Was he like is he like the main?
The kid at the end there?
Yeah.
He is kind of like the Averman of the group.
Oh,
and then
okay. So I was
the
gonna
one
say,
that has
he
kind of the
really
longer
looks like
hair.
he looks like
Yeah.
Joshua Jackson.
The one that had kind of the longer hair, brown hair. He's like the Charlie Conway. His mom is the coach, which is Lauren Graham's character.
Got it. Okay.
I think
that looked like Mighty Ducks 2 and 3 combined into a series for season 2.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
and
season
I'm not
1,
mad
but
at that at all.
well,
So
yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess if nothing's on and I'm snowed in, I guess.
Here's what I would tell you to do. Go
Okay.
watch the first. I think you got to go 6 episodes because that's when you start to get some of the cameos and stuff. It does take it takes about half a season to really
6 episodes
they're real short.
Out of 10.
Before I think you can make a final decision on if you like it. Because the kids took a little while to warm up.
Okay.
But once Bombay comes in and they start to develop the characters, like I'm kind of invested in them now. So like when they popped up, like I immediately got a smile on my face. So
okay, sure.
I think it's one of those shows like you're not going to watch the first episode and be like, this is the best show ever.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch. But you're saying six of those until I'm saying let's go.
That's like one movie. It's 22 minutes times 6. So you gotta give it a movie.
I guess so. All right.
Give it 10 episodes if you would.
Yeah.
No. That's the whole season. Yeah, I guess. Okay. So that's the final. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 for me, just because I know my son's gonna absolutely love it. I already showed him the trailer and he's pumped.
I don't even know if I can even rate it, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know, half of one right now. Because
Well, hey, man.
I'll be honest, if I don't even think I've even seen the third movie. I know they go against some kind of like private
College.
school.
Yeah, it's like a high school, private school. Yeah.
Prep school, yeah, whatever. And then that's about it. I don't know even if I've even seen the whole thing, but after 2, it was just like, okay. It's just like, I think, hey, gee, those Icelandic guys remind me of another team that had black and blue uniforms. I don't know who they are. I love the fact that let's completely ditch Team USA hockey and just go back to our original Disney, quacks, or Disney uniforms, But, one thing I wanted to mention, before we call it a day is Tales of the Jedi. So I don't know if you saw this or heard about this one, but I saw the trailer on this one and it looks phenomenal.
Yeah, this is a animated series, right?
It is. And
Okay.
it's the origin story of each of the Jedis out there.
Interesting.
So one episode's Ahsoka, one episode's Dooku, one episode's Qui-Gon Jinn.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm really excited about this. And this one's actually coming out again this year as well, October 26th, 2022. And they have a lot of the original voice actors from Star Wars Rebels. So
I did see this. I don't have a huge interest in it, but I'm sure it's going to be cool. I'm not like I'm a Star Wars fan, but I'm not a Star Wars fanatic. So
okay,
the
I
animated
got it.
stuff
I got
is
you.
the animated
Got
stuff is not going to be like the first thing that I'm not like jumping up and down about that
Oh,
stuff.
see, I love the
Yeah.
Bad Batch.
Mhm.
And I know that they're doing a second season of that, and I'm really excited. And unfortunately, that's been delayed, I think, until early next year. But
Right.
but again, I think the reason, because I enjoy it, and now I have my son watches it with me. It's like a bonding show, just like Doctor Who was. It's just one of those things that's why I enjoy. I get to pass this knowledge and pass this. I mean, it's amazing. He's learned of almost everything about the Star Wars universe in books
Mhm.
rather than the movies, which is, hey, good. I'm really happy for him.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So, fun episode, man. I thought this was good.
It
for
was,
like a last minute, let's get on, let's talk a little Disney. I mean, we've gone an hour and 14 minutes. I think we gave some pretty good content here. So hopefully everybody gets a chance to listen or watch here on YouTube. Now you know everything coming out your way. There is tons of content coming on Disney Plus. So if you're subscribed to their platform, I think you'll be pretty happy.
And for all you JD fanatics out there, don't worry, I'm not replacing him. He's just on vacation.
JD will be back. Yeah, we have not kicked him off the show yet. But I mean, it's being discussed, if we're being honest. No, I'm kidding. So thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Back in Time podcast. I'm going to hit the intro / outro, and we'll see you guys on the other side. Peace.